but you're not quite sure how you actually make money with Wayfair. That's actually a question that gets asked more often than you would think. My name is Heather, and I help home decor and furniture suppliers grow their e-commerce sales channel. So, Wayfair is the behemoth in home. They are it. That's where you should be selling if you're in home or outdoors or garden or anything like that. That's what you want to do. But too many people are afraid to do this because they don't understand how to make money on Wayfair. Well, it's all in the algorithm. So, every internet retailer is operated by a series of algorithms, right? Some are search, some are pricing, just all kinds. So what you want to do and to be successful on Wayfair is you want to master their algorithm. And there are a couple of ways that you can do that. The first way is participate in their house brands. The house brands or white labeling program is actually a marketing arm of the business. You see, they have a whole lot more information on their customer than either you or I do, right? Have you ever you looked at something on Wayfair and then maybe you went to Facebook or maybe you went to Google and then, oh, by the way, here is the end table you were looking at, or the outside the outside chaise or whatever for your pool. It's sitting right there next to you. Kind of creepy, right? Well, see, that's because they track absolutely positively everything we do on their site so that they can continuously retarget you. So that's what the house brands are. House brands help categorize you as a customer or the customer. They have them based on style, genre, location, price point, you name it. The house brands are specifically curated to target specific customers. So that is key. Participate in the house brands. That's one way you can make the algorithm work for you. The second way is to be competitively priced. If you're not in the sweet spot of pricing, then you're not actually being helpful, right? If you're priced too high, customers aren't going to click on it. Heck, they're not even going to see your product. But if you are priced competitively, then then the customer is going to have the option to see your product and then make the decision to click on it. Next, the third thing you can do is have best-in-class merchandising. Best-in-class merchandising is key. See, your product listing, that's your salesperson online. It is what the customer sees and makes their decisions on. So if you have best-in-class merchandising, you're going to get the click that will lead to the conversion. You want to stay in stock on your best-selling items. You want to understand that 80-20 rule, and you want to have stock on those products day in and day out. That is what makes you successful. You want to participate in the 6 major holiday promotions. Then you want to cross-promote with sponsored products or sponsored shops. Also, if you really want to help beat the algorithm, you want to make sure that you have a 48-hour or less lead time. If you can get the product out the door in under 48 hours, that is one of the things that does help you get started. So if you participate in all of those, then you're working the algorithm. There are a couple other little ways. If you have been a seller for a long time, then or a year, 12 months, and you're not using Castlegate, I highly recommend you do that because Wayfair started using a new program that's called Geosort. And so what that's going to do is going to put your products in front of the people that are closest to the location that it ships from. So Castlegate has locations all over the country, and the idea is to make it so that the product can get to the customer in under 48 hours. And what will happen is if you use Castlegate will ship the item the same day that it comes in. Then it's 2 days later it gets to the customer. So 72 hours from the time that the customer placed the order, that product ideally is in front of them. So if you participate in Castlegate, you can take advantage of the Geosort. That means that the customer is only going to see the product that is closest to them. Finally, you want to cast a wide net. You want to make sure that if you want to make money on Wayfair by selling online, you want to make sure you have ideally about 100 products. You want to cast that wide net. You want to make sure you're appealing to the larger audience. Someone who only puts 3 or 4 products up on Wayfair has the chance and the likelihood of being lost with everybody else. But if you have a wider and a broader catalog, then you have a better option of resonating with the customers, right? You have a wider net to cast from. Now, I'm not saying you can't get started with less with the goal of moving up. That's great. But I really do recommend that you do take that first step and make sure that you've got a decent size assortment before you start. At least 20 products. That's at least where you should start. So, all right, those are the things that you should do if you want to learn how to make money on Wayfair. You want to learn how to sell on Wayfair and make money. You want to make sure you're using the algorithm to the best of your advantage. You want to make sure that you are using their Geosort that can really propel you to that next level. And you want to have a wide net. You catch more fish with a wide net. If you found this to be helpful, do me a favor, like the video. And if you want to learn more about how to sell on Wayfair and if you're ready to and what it takes to make an application, then I really recommend that you join our Wayfair workshop. It's how to sell on Wayfair and everything you need to know about it. Okay.